Hi guys, what's up? How you all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. In case you don't know me, my name is Harriet Anabo. I'm a content creator from Kampala, Uganda. So in case you don't know me, kindly check me out. Guys, it has been a minute. Today I decided to do something different. We are going to be comparing these two countries, that is Kenya and Tanzania. I'm just going to talk about what I experienced there. I'm going to be comparing the two countries, okay? So if you're watching from Kenya, please don't take it too personal. If you're watching from Dar es Salaam, again, don't take it too personal, because I'm just comparing the two countries. And the topic is gonna be Kenya, Nairobi versus Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. Which city is better? So we are going to be talking about the two cities, that is Nairobi and Dar es Salaam. Since I've been in Tanzania, I've experienced Tanzania. I've been in Nairobi like I don't know even how many times. Like I think I've been there like 3 times. So I feel like I can now do this video and compare the two cities, and then I'll let you guys know, especially the people who really want to settle either in Dar es Salaam or in Nairobi. This video is specifically for people who want to visit. That is, if you're a tourist and you want to visit the two cities, that is Nairobi or Dar es Salaam. And again, if you want to settle in the two countries, that is Tanzania or Nairobi, this video is specifically for you. All right. So without any further ado, let's dive into the topic of the day, okay? And the topic goes Kenya, Nairobi versus Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. Which city is better? So I'm gonna be talking about these two countries depending on these factors. The main factors are tourism. I'll talk about tourism. I'm going to talk about the infrastructures. I'm also going to talk about the cost of living. Cost of living, I mean the foods, transport. I mean like my experiences when I was there. I'm just going to sum it all up. And then at the end of it all, I'll let you know after comparing the two cities, that is Dar es Salaam and Nairobi. Guys, let me tell you, for all those ones who want to visit the two cities, pack your bags. Just go for it. Just pack your bags and go for it, because I mean I had the best time there, I won't lie, and everything I'm gonna talk about is the fact, okay? So let's start with the development. So when you talk about the development, I must say Nairobi is really beautiful. Yes, Nairobi as a city is really beautiful. The fact that the infrastructures are, I mean, oh my goodness, I even don't know what to say, because the place is just incredible. The buildings, the massive buildings. There's even a place that they call the New York of Africa, the New York of Africa. Like it is around Tomboy Street, around there. Like in the night, that place can be like lighting. Like in the night, there are so many lights there. When you talk about the infrastructures, when I talk about the infrastructures, I mean like the buildings. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of skyscrapers. And actually, let me tell you guys, according to me, I never saw like a lot of differences between Dar es Salaam and Nairobi, because everything is almost like similar. But if I compare, I feel like Nairobi is there, like top notch. If you're watching from Dar es Salaam, please don't come for me, but this is what I saw, because I mean the city is just incredible. The roads, you guys, finding a road with potholes, oh my goodness, so I was so shocked about the infrastructure developments. Nairobi is so developed. About Dar es Salaam is also developed. The fact that there is a lot of skyscrapers, guys, I saw like a lot of skyscrapers in Dar es Salaam, and the fact that their houses are white, I mean that gives like the posh, that posh touch, like even when I went to Zanzibar, I think it was almost like the same thing, but specifically now we're talking about Dar es Salaam, but the infrastructures are almost the same. Like compared to, when I compare Nairobi to Dar es Salaam, the infrastructures are almost like the same, guys. Let me tell you, their buildings, I don't know, but they have this thing with them, like Nairobi and Dar es Salaam, people love staying in flats. Like, let me know, why do people love staying in flats? Because me, where I come from in Uganda, we have a lot of bungalows. Actually, we have also skyscrapers, but not so many. We have like a lot of bungalows. But when I went to Dar es Salaam and when I went to Nairobi, guys, the skyscrapers are So when I talk about the infrastructures, top notch. Maybe the only thing that shocked me about Nairobi is the fact that the way they construct their houses is kind of unique, because at first I was like, okay, is this house finished or not? Don't come for me if you're watching from Nairobi, but this is what I saw according to my experiences. When you see the houses, it's like as if they're not finished, like outside, but they told me that is how they are, like that is the design of the houses there. Okay, so right now I know like, but it's a good type, but that's a finishing of a house. But at first I was very, very shocked actually to see that their houses are just like that. But all in all, I must say both of the cities really have nice infrastructures. Talk of the roads are so developed in Nairobi. The same thing to Dar es Salaam, the roads are so developed. So let's go to the cost of living. Guys, when you talk about the cost of living, I mean the foods, I mean the transportation. I must say when it comes to the cost of living, Nairobi is kind of expensive compared to Dar es Salaam, guys. I don't know, but this is what I compared. Like, this is what I saw, like Dar es Salaam, like things are cheap, like very cheap. I'm not saying that Nairobi is expensive, but when it comes to the foods, Dar es Salaam takes it. Like, Dar es Salaam foods are very, very cheap compared to the ones of Nairobi. I don't know, but most of the time when I used to go out there and shoot content and do videos, especially like street foods, because me, I used to love like street foods like a lot. So I used to have like street foods on the roads, but I used to compare and see like, oh, okay, I feel like Dar es Salaam, the street foods are more cheaper compared to the foods in Kenya. The same thing with the foods, like the local foods. So I feel like when it comes to the foods, Dar es Salaam, their foods are cheaper compared to Nairobi. Like, if you're watching me from Nairobi, you know what I'm talking about. The currency, like Nairobi's currency is here. It's here, So I feel like when it comes to the cost of living, yeah, you can survive. Also, Nairobi foods are not so expensive, but to me they were somehow expensive compared to Dar es Salaam. Guys, I'm just doing this topic according to what I experienced as me, a solo female traveler, because I know some of you watch me and you're like, oh, Harriet, how did you manage staying in Dar es Salaam? How did you manage staying in Nairobi? So I'm just comparing the two cities and letting you guys know like my experiences. So this is what I experienced as me, as Harriet. Okay, so if you want to look at settling in one of the two cities, why not? Because I feel like all of them are vibrant, nice cities. So when you talk about the transportation, yes, of course, Nairobi is here and then Dar es Salaam is here. So what I'm trying to mean is when you talk about the transportation, because most of the time, actually, when I was in Nairobi also the transportation is not that expensive, because there they use a lot of matatus, of which you can pay like 60 bob, 50 bob, like reaching wherever you are. But as for me, most of the time I used to use like those matatus. I never used like a boda. When I was in Nairobi, I never used like a boda. But when I was in Dar es Salaam, actually I used a boda, and it was kind of expensive for me. Actually, it was somehow expensive for me when I was in Dar es Salaam. I don't know, but I feel like when it comes to the transportation, Dar es Salaam might be kind of here, because there they use tuk-tuks, they use bodas, they use the public means are called dala. Those are their buses. They have tuk-tuks, they have bajaji, those are the tuk-tuks actually. Then they have bodas. Okay, so I feel like the transportation is not so far from each other. When it comes to Nairobi and Dar es Salaam, the transportation is not expensive. That is what I saw as me, guys, if I'm to compare the two cities when it comes to transportation, because it everywhere I went, it was fair. Serious, the transportation was really fair, like everywhere I went. Okay, so when it comes to the people, oh my goodness, guys, the people, like, oh my goodness, I even don't know what to say, because guys, don't come for me, but this is my experience, like when I went to the two cities. But I feel like Nairobi gave me the people there gave me that warm welcome. When it comes to the people were so warm, very welcoming. The same thing to Dar es Salaam. People actually kind of similar, guys. I don't want to lie, but when you go to Dar es Salaam and when you go to Nairobi, people are kind of similar. I don't know. I think it's because of the language that they all speak, because they share the languages. Both of them speak Swahili. That is like their main language. Okay, so when I went to Dar es Salaam, I like people there. I don't know, but they love speaking Swahili more than even English. Don't come for me, but this is what I experienced, because most of the time I could speak to people, they'll be like, oh, don't you know Swahili? Ongea Swahili, like sema, like talking Swahili, like speaking Swahili. So, but when it came to Nairobi, people were just flexible. If you don't know Swahili, actually, if you tell people in Nairobi that you are coming from a foreign country, oh my goodness, like the welcome, like, oh my goodness, guys, it is just incredible. Like, they love foreigners. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if they know you're not from that country, oh my goodness, the way they would treat you. So I feel like according to what I saw in the two cities, the people were really warm, but I prefer the Nairobi. Like, people were just, oh my goodness, like, yo, they were just, So I think those are my experiences. Another thing I can talk about is tourism. If I talk about tourism, if you're that person who enjoys swimming, if you're that person who enjoys adventures, if you're that person who enjoys tourism, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. Okay, the only thing that that also shocked me about Nairobi is the fact that they have a national park in the city. Like, yo, like, I had never seen that. Like, a city having a national park, I give it up to Nairobi. Like, that thing really shocked me. But when we talk about tourism, Nairobi is there. People love visiting Nairobi because of the national parks. They have got a lot of falls, like Karura Falls. But when you talk of beaches, I give it up to Dar es Salaam, because talk of Nakupenda Beach, talk of Zanzibar, talk of, oh my goodness, talk of Coco Beach. Like, I saw like a lot of nice beaches, and the fact that the water is blue, oh my goodness. I give it up to Dar es Salaam, top notch when it comes to the beaches, especially when I went to Zanzibar, guys. I'm just saying this according to my experiences when I was in the two countries. When I went to Zanzibar, oh my goodness, the beaches, top notch. Yo, talk of Nakupenda Beach, talk of Coco Beach. Coco Beach is actually in Dar es Salaam. But I must give it up to them when it comes to the beaches. When you want if you're that person who enjoys snorkeling, that person who enjoys swimming with tortoise, if you're that person who enjoys swimming, watching the dolphins, yo, I give it up to Tanzania. I give it up to Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam. Like, if you're that person who enjoys beach life, like, pack your bags, go to Dar es Salaam, go to Zanzibar. I give it up to those two places, okay? Yeah, trade and tourism. I think trade and tourism, I give it up to Dar es Salaam, seriously. Trade and tourism, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. When it comes to the beaches and warm weather, I still give it up to Dar es Salaam, guys. People in Kenya, please don't come for me, but this is what I experienced as me when I was in Dar es Salaam and when I was in Nairobi. Yeah, Nairobi is also a good place. It's a good city to visit. The fact that if you enjoy the nightlife, vibrant life, like, what else? Seeing the national park, yeah, Nairobi. I gave it up to Nairobi, yeah. But I feel like the two cities are not so much different from each other. So let me also talk about the culture. Like, guys, the culture is diverse. When it comes to Dar es Salaam, I must give it up to them. The culture is diverse, okay? So when I talk about the culture, this is what I'm trying to say. With Dar es Salaam, they are so diverse when it comes to Swahili. There are a lot of Arabs, Indian influence, all blended together, okay? All those people, you can find them actually in Dar es Salaam, You can find the Arab people, you can find the Indians, you can find the Swahili people, like all of them in Dar es Salaam. There's something to Nairobi. I think I experienced more of the Swahili people, like something like that. But when it comes to diverse culture, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. They are so rich in culture. Let's also talk about the BRT, that is the bus rapid transit. I saw it when I was in Dar es Salaam, though I never got a chance to I never got a chance actually to experience the BRT. Yeah, I think those buses go to every type of city around Dar es Salaam, something like every type of town that is around Dar es Salaam. I think they go there, maybe Morogoro, something like that. But I never got the experience to use them. They also have the SGR, which is similar to also Nairobi. Nairobi also has got the SGR. So I give it up to them when it comes to development, like infrastructures. I give it up to both the cities, guys. They're all developed. When it comes to transport systems, oh my god, top notch. Dar es Salaam, top notch. But it's the same thing with Nairobi. Nairobi also has the SGR. Though for me, where I come from, we have the MGR, which is the meter gauge railway. Yeah, but I must say, guys, both the cities are amazing. If you're that person who enjoys a lot of nightlife, partying, I give it up to Nairobi, because when it comes to Dar es Salaam, things are pole pole. You know, for them, most of the time they say, Tanzanians always say pole pole. Tanzania hakuna matata. Dar es Salaam hakuna matata. Zanzibar hakuna matata. I remember even a time when I went to Zanzibar, guys, I don't know, but I won't stop talking about this. Like, my experience was just amazing in Tanzania. It was just amazing in Zanzibar, you know. There's a time actually when you go to Zanzibar, don't miss this. Like, you will see how people welcome you. They have this thing they say, actually I even made a video about it. I'm just going to play it right now here. They welcomed me and they were saying, Harriet from Kampala, Uganda, welcome to Zanzibar. Zanzibar hakuna matata. Habibi, welcome to Zanzibar. Yeah.
Harriet from Uganda, Kampala, welcome to Zanzibar. Zanzibar hakuna matata. Habibi, welcome to Zanzibar.
Guys, that was so incredible. Like, I was like, where am I? Like, yo, my experience was just incredible. Like, even just speaking about it, I feel like even I miss Tanzania already. Like, yo, I can't wait. Like, if I'm to come back to Tanzania this time around, I think I'll visit Arusha, I'll visit Dodoma, because I never had a chance actually of visiting Dodoma and Arusha. But the next time I visit the Tanzania, I'll surely visit those other places, because because let me tell you guys, now I know why they call Dar es Salaam the largest city in the whole of East Africa. Like, that place is extremely big. Like, I couldn't finish like the whole place. Like, yo, like, it's extremely huge, you know. So if you enjoy beaches, if you enjoy life that is just pole pole, like soft life and all that, just go for Dar es Salaam. Seriously, just go for Dar es Salaam. If you're that person who enjoys partying and what, they also party in Dar es Salaam, but I think Nairobi takes it all. Like, when it comes to those things of nightlife, partying and all those things, I feel like Nairobi takes it. Yeah. The streets are just so vibrant. When I went to Nairobi, actually, the streets were just vibrant for me. Like, I'll never forget the fact that Nairobi is that city that made my channel blow. For those people who have watched me for long, you know where my channel started from to where it is right now. Like, my channel blew up from Nairobi, and I'll never forget that fact that the people themselves, like, they make your work like so easy. Like, when I was in Nairobi, my work was so easy. I think I found a challenge when it comes to Dar es Salaam. Yeah, the people are also nice. The streets are just vibrant, but I feel like people are so reserved. I don't know if because there are a lot of cultures, or I don't know, but people are not so there, like on the streets, like, you know. I found it like like pole, like everything is chilled, you know. But when it comes to that vibe, like vibrant city, I give it up to Nairobi. So if that person who enjoys that, the people out there, vibrant city and all that, I give it up to Nairobi. But the people in Dar es Salaam were so reserved. Like, everything in Dar es Salaam is just slow. In Tanzania, people are just pole, like, not fast. You understand? Like, pole, like, everything is chilled with people from Tanzania. And again, I found a problem with the language barrier, guys. In Tanzania, it was not easy for me, because most people there speak a lot of Swahili. So I give it up to the guy who was taking me around. There's a guy who was taking me around. At least we could communicate. I didn't actually like communicate with a lot of people in Tanzania, like the way I communicate with a lot of people in Kenya, you know. So all in all, like I had a great time in the two cities, guys. So me, according to my experience, I would say why not visit the two cities? Like they're all vibrant. So if you enjoy the trade and tourism, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. The fact that they've also gotten a port there. If you're a person who enjoys the warm people, warm beaches, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. Like vibrant cities, I give it up to Nairobi. Like, it is just incredible being in the two cities, guys. It was just amazing for me. The foods, I missed actually tasting the Swahili foods. I don't know even how I missed tasting the Swahili foods in Tanzania, because I mean, like, when you go actually to Tanzania, be sure to taste the Swahili foods, guys. You know, they told me they're just nice. I just miss tasting them. Maybe the only thing I never loved about their food is the fact that they are too spiced. Me, I'm not a person who enjoys spiced foods. I don't like foods that are too spicy. So I found that like a challenge when I went to Dar es Salaam. But if you're that person who enjoys spicy foods, I give it up to Dar es Salaam. They have got like varieties of spices. Like that's a place with a lot of spices. I remember when I went to Stone Town, I saw like a lot of people selling spices. There's a market actual of spices, you know. So Tanzania is just full of a lot of diverse cultures, like a lot of cultures there. Talk of Indians, Arabic people, Swahili, all blended together, you know. Yeah. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. Let me know. In case I missed anything, also drop a comment and let me know. Let's say if you're watching from Kenya, if you're watching from Tanzania, let me know. Drop a comment and let me know in case I missed anything. You can also let us know in the comment section. But according to me, as a solo female traveler, according to what I experienced in the two cities, I feel like both cities are vibrant to stay in, like very nice. They're not actually very, very expensive. Kenya might be a little bit expensive compared to Tanzania, but I feel like you can both stay in the two cities. You can as well stay in Dar es Salaam or you can stay in Nairobi, you know. But all in all, I had a great time in all the two cities. So guys, I think this is it for this video. Also drop a comment and let me know if you want me to drop another video similar to what I've done today. Okay, so guys, I think that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I did my best in comparing the two cities. If you're watching from the Nairobi, please don't take it too personal. If you're watching from Dar es Salaam, again, don't take it too personal. I was just giving my experiences as me when I went into the two cities. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Kindly consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Habari gani? Nzuri sana.